What a game of rugby. What an absolute game of rugby. 50 points for Scotland, 40 points for France. A very high scoring game of rugby and one of the biggest wins in Scottish rugby history. I know that sounds like a very big statement, but that is one of the biggest wins in Scottish rugby history, no doubt about it. We've been saying, and a lot of people have been saying, that this is a very good Scottish team that isn't living up to their hype or their reputation or playing to their standard that people expect from them or playing up to their potential because they haven't beaten any big teams. Well, that's just changed. They've just beaten a really big, really strong France team, a team that they were saying was probably one of the best France teams anybody's ever seen, a team that was going to go do the Grand Slam and dominate every single team. Well, Scotland just absolutely ran them off the park today and dominated them. Now, was I surprised with this result? Yes and no. I was surprised that it was 50 points to 40 and that Scotland had such a high lead, but I wasn't surprised when I saw Scotland leading early on. To be honest, I thought it was going to be a case of Scotland maybe falling back into their old habits of maybe throwing away the game in the second half, but this game was a lot different. The second half they came out firing just as much, maybe even more, and they played the second half with so much intent, so much emotion, so much intent to really get the team over the line. And I mean, there's a lot of big individual performances today from Scotland. So I will be doing a player ratings for Scotland and France after the England vs Italy game. So if you are interested in that, please stay tuned for that later. And if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. But I mean, I wasn't going to react to this game, but I think I have to now because that was a phenomenal game of rugby. Some incredible tries. I mean, France in the last 20 minutes, also credit to them. They were absolutely awesome in the last 20 minutes. Some of their bench guys from the bench made a huge impact. But the way Scotland came out and took control of this game from nearly the very first minute was absolutely awesome. I mean, from the start of this game, Scotland looked like the team ready to win. And I think one of the big maturing moments for Scotland is that they didn't throw this game away in the second half. They actually put their foot more on the gas in the second half, which has been an uncharacteristic thing for this team, that they have kind of faded away in the second half in previous games, but today was not a day like that. I mean, there's so many Scottish fans that must be so happy right now, and I'm so happy for Scottish fans that they get to go to the final week of the Six Nations tied for the lead with an opportunity to win. And to be honest, how it looks right now, that Scotland versus Ireland game next week is going to be absolutely epic. Ireland now have kind of found their form, and I think if both these teams do pitch up next week and play their best rugby, that could be one of the best games, if not the game of the Six Nations. And to be honest, France versus England haven't been at their best, and I do think probably Italy might be the favourite to win today, especially in Rome. But England can come out next week and get a win over France. It's not impossible, especially after you saw what happened today. I saw a lot of people saying that it's impossible for Scotland to beat France today, but what happened? Scotland came out and did the impossible. I mean, what a win for Scotland. There were some huge individual performances. Finn Russell was awesome. Sione Tuipulotu was absolutely awesome. Hugh Jones was awesome. Kyle Steyn was phenomenal. Darcy Graham was phenomenal. The whole forward pack stepped up. The set piece, I have to start there. The scrums today from Scotland were so much better, and they scrummed with so much more intent and aggression, and they look like a much better unit at scrum time. And I said it previously in the week as well. I was confused why Piers Skuman wasn't starting because he's a good scrummager. He's good around the park. And today he played one of the best games I've seen from him as well. He was very good in the scrum battle when he helped Scotland get some really early dominance early on. And I thought he had a phenomenal game. So I do think he has kind of maybe sealed his place as the starter going forward again. This maybe kind of reminded the coaches how important he is to be a starter in this team. But isn't it crazy how much the narrative of Scotland has changed from the first game till now? Like after the first game, it was Gregor Townsend's got to go. This team is useless now. This team's not lived up to their potential. And maybe I started to believe it as well, but now my perspective's completely changed. Now this team has beaten England considerably well. Yes, they had a bad loss to Italy in poor conditions, and they started to come back in the second half, but they couldn't do it. They had a very good win against England. They beat a Wales team that is actually on the up right now. So if you look at it from that perspective, Wales are on the up, so they actually beat a tough Wales side that's a very tough team to beat right now over the last few weeks. And now they beat the team to beat France, and they beat them considerably as well. I mean, all credit has to go to Scotland. The adjustments they've made, the play style they've been playing, they've been mixing it up with playing aggressive rugby, attacking rugby, smart kicking game, being very good in the aerial battle. And some of the things they do off set piece, some of the ways they scored, like with that Kyle Steyn try where they had the switch move off the line out, was just such awesome rugby to see, such high IQ rugby. And I think the one thing for Scotland as well that's been helping them, I think the good weather conditions have been helping them a lot. I mean, playing inside with the closed roof for Wales as well helped them. This is a team that likes to play in conditions like this, which is why probably if rugby did become maybe a spring or a summer sport, it would definitely suit the Scotland team, because in good conditions they can play the rugby that suits them, which is throwing the ball around. They had some crisp service from Ben White today, crisp service from George Horn, crisp service from Finn Russell as well. The ball was getting thrown around really well. The forwards did really well and looked like they had a lot of cohesion today. I mean, the forward pack from Scotland today really stepped it up physically. They were dominant all over the field, and I can't think of any player in Scotland's team that had a bad game today. Everybody pitched up, everybody was on the same page, everybody did their role so well. Even the guys that came onto the field from the bench, did their roles really well. They made a good impact, and I was waiting. It's about time that we saw a performance from Scotland where every single player clicked, every single thing in the team clicked, and every single player pitched up and played to their actual potential and ability, because we've seen a lot of rugby where it would be like one or two of their star players or three guys maybe standing out and other guys maybe having a poor or below average performance. But today, every single player played well, and it just shows what this Scotland team can actually do if they do play well. It's a phenomenal rugby team. They got some really world-class players, and to be honest, this has come a lot later than I thought it should have come. I mean, they should have beaten the All Blacks last year, in my opinion, and they should have been taking a lot bigger scalps before this, but it's good. It is positive that it did happen now. I think this will be a very big confidence boost for the Scotland team going forward. Now they have that self-belief that they can beat big teams. They know how. They know it's an 80-minute performance. It's not about just that first 50 and then trying to hang on. It's about playing that entire 80 minutes, trying to beat a team for a full 80-minute game. Yes, France did come back at the end, but that also is a bit of a credit to how dangerous France can be, in that their bench made a very good impact. France will have to go back to the drawing board. I still do think they probably are the favourites to win, especially with the points difference. So I think with the points difference, and if they do get a bonus point next week, they probably will still be the favourite to win the Six Nations. But the Grand Slam's over, and I mean, Scotland ending the Grand Slam was not something that I was expecting. I don't think it was something that maybe a lot of people were expecting based on how Scotland started the tournament. But I will be doing a player ratings. Right now, this is my instant reaction to this game. I honestly wasn't going to react to this game because I wasn't even supposed to be doing this right now. I did bring the camera with me. I'm not actually in my office setup right now, but I feel like I had to react to this game because Scotland really surprised me today. 90 points scored in the game. I mean, that's a really good game of rugby. I thought the game was really smooth. There were some really good phases of play. France will have to go back to the drawing board. Things just didn't click for France. Maybe a few passes didn't go their way. And I think early, if France, maybe a few things did work out for them a bit better, then the outcome of the game might have been a bit closer for them or a bit different. But nonetheless, you can't go back in time and change things now. I think Scotland did really well to take their opportunities, to play the best rugby possible. And when they were given an opportunity, they took it and they made their own opportunities as well. I mean, some standouts. I mean, Kyle Steyn was good. Blair Kinghorn was good. Finn Russell was good. Sione Tuipulotu was awesome. The whole forward pack really stepped up. On France's side, Antoine Dupont had a bit of a average game in my opinion. I mean, throwing a forward pass in your own try line, very uncharacteristic mistake. Thomas Ramos was okay today. Tiatu Sogbe, he was good, but the ball didn't maybe bounce his way. Louis Bielbarré was good today, but just the whole France team, it wasn't like they were terrible today. That's the thing. I think Scotland played so well that I don't think France played terrible. I just think Scotland played good and took France's game away from them. I honestly think that was the case today. Like sometimes people will say, when their team loses, oh, they played terrible. And I don't think France played their best, but I thought France didn't play their best because Scotland forced them not to play their best, if that makes sense. But I mean, right now I'm just talking right from the top of my head. It's just a bit of a shocking moment right now. I am so shocked, but I'm very happy for the Scotland fans. I really am. I mean, as a guy that's been watching Scotland rugby for a while now, I've been really enjoying watching Scotland play. I've watched them in the URC for their club teams. I watched them in the Six Nations, all the international games. I really think it's about time now that they've beaten a big team. And 1 week left of the Six Nations, a huge game against Ireland, and a chance to win it. This is a very, very positive sign for Scotland. And I mean, who knows what can come next? There's a whole big year for them. They still have to talk to South Africa, talk to the Southern Hemisphere. But based on how they're playing right now, if they can keep this form up, they're going to have a very successful year. So Very, very positive result for Scotland. Huge win for them. Some massive individual performances. A very good coaching performance as well. You can see the coaches made some good adjustments throughout the last 2 weeks as well. They really prepared well for this game. The set piece was a lot better. The way they had a lot of variation with their kick game, their pass game, the way they were running, the angles they were running, the width they were running from 9 and 10 as well. They changed things up a lot. They made it very difficult to really understand what they were going to do next. They were very unpredictable, which made it a lot, very, very difficult for France. And I think in previous games for France, other teams have maybe made it a bit predictable on defense for them. But now today, Scotland kind of gave France a taste of their own medicine. So a huge win for Scotland and only up from here. So if you guys do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. But I mean, what a win for Scotland. 50 points to 40.